All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. I am your host, Raz, and you will see us in a brief second. There we go. How are you, my friend, Stephen?
I am doing great, Raz. How are you been doing, buddy?
I am good. Thank you very much for joining me on this special post-show edition of the post-show.
Hey.
We are here because of AEW's Full Gear, a massive show tonight. First things first, let's get some housekeeping out of the way. You can find me at RazDarkWolf on TikTok, Instagram, here on YouTube, and on Twitch as well. So I know you're not currently on social media that much yet, Stephen.
Not at the moment.
You know what they say, if you build it, they will come.
Yep.
But so let's get pretty much straight into it. Keep this we'll try not to go too long on this show tonight.
All right.
I know it's late and everybody needs their sleep. So,
well, first of all, appreciate everybody in the chat sticking around.
Of course, definitely. DM's here, Jake's here. I'm sure there'll be more people coming along as we go, but let's get straight into it. So we started tonight with the Full Gear 0 Hour section, as they seem to do. It's now 0 Hour. It seems to be taking the place of the buy-in, what they had for the previous years. First match on the card was a title match. Eddie Kingston versus Jay Lethal for the ROH World title, which, as we know, Jay Lethal got that title shot because previously Jeff Jarrett won it for him. What are your thoughts on this match?
It is a good match. I enjoyed it. It was a good match to start out the 0 Hour. What interests me is what is Stokely's Hathaway's beef with Eddie Kingston when he's in the board of directors?
I think for the story, it's that he doesn't represent what Ring of Honor looks like or what he wants Ring of Honor to look like. He wants it to look like that prestigious champion and the prestigious company. So I think that's what they're playing with that. I thought it was a great match. I'm glad Eddie retained. I'm really glad Eddie retained. It was really, really well thought out that they put that on as the opening match of the night. I feel sorry for Eddie in that regard, though.
Yeah.
I
think Eddie deserves better than the opening match, though.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Next up was Buddy Matthews versus Claudio.
Solid match.
Claudio takes the win on this one, leading to what could be the future for the House of Black in regards to this pay-per-view. Then we get the Guns versus Samoa Joe and MJF for the ROH tag titles. We got a little bit of a surprise on this one.
Yep.
Yeah, we got the the return of Adam Cole.
Yep.
And I ain't gonna lie, I was happy.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell? Obviously, Samoa Joe being the tag team partner because Adam Cole's injured, and if they were to retain the titles, Joe gets a future title shot at the AEW World title if MJF retained. If MJF retained to later in the pay-per-view. So with this one, got a good match. I think the fact that we had MJF and Samoa Joe like having that tease off with each other worked out really well. And then that teaming up.
Yeah, I like the teaming of them, both of them, MJF and Joe.
Yeah, and then them teaming up together was really well done.
Mm-hmm.
Like the double brain buster.
The muscle buster, yeah.
Yeah, the muscle buster. Sorry. I don't know how to call it a brain buster anymore.
Yeah.
Fucking Vince McMahon. But MJF and Samoa Joe win the match. They retain the belts. And then after the match, the Guns attack MJF, taking him out, attacking his leg, doing some pretty brutal shots when you look at it, while Adam Cole can only watch on.
Well, I'm surprised Joe wasn't around. He left immediately after the match.
I mean, Joe got what he wanted. He wanted
his title match.
He wanted his title match. He got his title match. So it makes sense in that regard that Joe didn't stick around. So
yeah.
Okay. We end the 0 hour with MJF being put in the back of an ambulance, being stretchered out, put in the back of an ambulance, and taken away to a hospital. And we end on Adam Cole's face saying, damn it. And MJF has said, don't let them take my title. Now, what did you think of this whole section before obviously seeing what's happened on the rest of the show?
Well, all around, it's a good 0 hour. It's, it's better than most 0 hours in the past.
Yeah.
But I like it how they're setting up storyline wise with MJF and all of it, going on. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. I think it was really well done. I think that the story is definitely being intertwined here. And we're seeing, like, for those who say that AEW doesn't have storylines and don't know how to tell a story, they're clearly wrong.
Yeah.
They're clearly wrong. Like, this pay-per-view alone and this 0 hour set up more of a story that just is going to run all the way through.
Yep.
So we go to Full Gear, the main card, the main show. We've got a fair few things to talk about here. First match is Adam Copeland, Darby Allin, and Sting versus what is now being titled the Patriarchy of Christian, Lucha Kane, or Luchasaurus, and Nick Wayne.
First of all, I enjoyed the opening segment, Christian Cage music with the little girls, the kids over there.
I thought that was really well done. I liked that they used the girls to give him that opera sort of thing. Jake saying Full Gear was the best pay-per-view AEW has put on since Wrestle Dream, in my opinion. It's the only pay-per-view they've put on since Wrestle Dream.
Yeah. What's pay-per-views between that?
Yeah. I get what you're saying there, Jake.
Yeah.
I think what you're trying to say is it's one thing AEW does really well is they come to the party when it comes to pay-per-views. They know how to come to the party. They don't just leave it in the background. They bring us everything we need and more for the shows. Right. They give us some of the best things that we've seen. But getting back to this match, I love the fact that we got all three of like Adam Copeland, Darby Allin, and Sting coming out together.
And it wasn't don't forget the energy drink boy, Ric Flair.
Yeah. I like that we got the entrance together. That was amazing. I like the fact that they were all wearing the trench coats and they were all similar, like they were all the same color, but they all had their own individual things on the back. I like that they were all had face paint on.
Yeah, Edge.
Yeah, it was first time I think in Adam's career that he's ever worn face paint.
I forgot. Can't say Edge anymore.
No, that's another that belongs to another company.
I gotta get used to that. I gotta get used to that.
Yeah, look, it's fine. It's going to take years because how long has he been with that other company, and how long has he been with AEW?
Yeah, I just got started getting used to Bryan Danielson, and I keep calling him Daniel Bryan.
What was your opinion on the actual match itself? Like the quality that we got?
It was a good match, I'll say that. But Ric Flair even got some action too.
Yeah,
chopping Christian, and
I like
how Christian was running like crazy, trying to get away from Adam.
I really like that we didn't get much physical contact between Adam and Christian.
No.
I really like that. I like the fact that Christian is running and he's not willing to face Adam, because this is going to lead to a match that's going to be huge down the line.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and typical Darby taking all those bumps.
Yeah,
you think about the whole match, pretty much almost it.
You know, a lot of people have opinions on Darby, but for me, I'm just more concerned that he's going to end up doing something stupid and injuring himself.
Yeah.
And he's going to shorten his life. Yeah.
Yeah, I do agree, Jake.
I'll just say this. I'm not upset that we didn't get the reveal of who the devil is last night. I think World's End is a better place to reveal who the devil is. We'll get to that. We'll get to that later on in the show. But there was a whole hype around the devil, and there's still going to be a hype around the devil. But obviously, Adam Copeland, Darby Allin, and Sting win this first match.
Mm-hmm.
We then get Tony Schiavone interviewing Jay White, where Tony Schiavone is about to announce that because of MJF's injury, we are going to have a... Hello there, Graves. Welcome to the show.
Graves.
And so we got Tony Schiavone about to announce that MJF versus Jay White is actually cancelled for the night because of the injury. We get Adam Cole coming out. So those who didn't see the pre-game, like the 0 hour, got to see Adam Cole there, and they were like, holy crap, Adam Cole's back. Adam Cole then offers basically to defend the AEW World title on behalf of MJF.
That is really insane if he would have done that.
Oh, you missed out on some good things.
It was a good
Graves.
show, Graves. The pay-per-view was.
Yeah, it was a really good show. It was a really good show. So we get a change of matches for the main event. We get what we believe is going to be, or from what it was, which was the MJF versus Jay White, to this. Adam Cole versus Jay White for the AEW World Championship. Now, as you know, Adam Cole's still injured here.
Yeah.
And he's got his freaking moon boot on. Like, he's got the moon boot, he's on the crutches. How the hell were they expecting this to play out?
I have no idea. It's really mind-boggling.
Like, I like that they played into this story. I really love that they played that story so damn well, and that we got a continuation of the story from these past few weeks. One thing I noticed, though, we didn't see anything to do with the Kingdom.
Yeah.
The Kingdom didn't show up or anything like that.
I was really surprised they weren't even there at the pay-per-view.
That would be crazy if Adam Cole did defend the title. Lol, wonder how World's End will take place with this story. Graves, I think there's a lot more to the story as the night goes on, and you'll find it, if you stick around, you'll find out more about, and we'll find out more about what's going to happen at World's End over the coming weeks. I think they're going to really stack that card because it's going to be huge.
It's going to be after Christmas, right?
It's December 30th.
Yeah.
It's the last pay-per-view of the year. Jake says top AEW pay-per-views in 2023: Revolution, Forbidden Door, All In, Wrestle Dream, and Full Gear.
I would put Forbidden Door number 1.
You would?
Forbidden Door and All In. Top for first, be honest with you.
See, for me, it's
close second.
For me, I put All In towards the top, but that's because I was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rightfully so.
Yeah. After that, we get Jon Moxley versus Orange Cassidy for the international title. Strong match. Yeah. Great to see Cassidy doing some work that he doesn't normally do, or he hadn't been doing before. I like the fact that it took longer for Moxley to bleed in a match.
You can't have a match without Mox bleeding.
I think we've only ever had one match where Mox didn't bleed. And I like the fact that Graves says, my birthday is the 30th. I'll be 21 and laugh my ass off. Probably won't watch the pay-per-view then, but who knows? Understandable. If you're turning 21, you're going to be aiming generally, as a general consensus, when you're that age, you're generally aiming to get drunk on your 21st. So
I was going to say, get your beer in there.
Yeah. So if you're not blind drunk by the time the first bell rings, then I'm going to be worried there, Graves.
Yeah.
But,
2 words, UD if you do.
But if you don't drink, that's okay too. That's completely understandable.
Yeah.
Not everybody does
myself, though.
Yeah. I'm not a drink. I honestly rarely ever drink. When I was in London was the most I drank this year. So in fact, it was the only time I drank this year was when I was in London. But different story.
Hey, you're on vacation, so you have a right to, enjoy
I was
yourself.
I was with ABJ, and I was with my friend, my other friends as well. So there was kind of a thing that I had to drink. So it'll be a fun night. I'll probably go out with friends. Yeah, that's understandable, man. If you don't watch the show, I mean, on your 21st, no one's expecting you to be home on your 21st. So, but I'm sure I'll speak to you before then. But if I don't, happy birthday for that night.
Well, after your party, could you come what the post show?
That'll be interesting. a drunk Graves coming on to do a post show. That could get very interesting.
Or you can tune in the chat or whatever, see the results and all that.
And DM said he'll be 21 in April of 2024. There you go. There you go. DM.
I can't picture DM a drinker.
Who knows? Maybe.
I'll be surprised though.
Maybe. I think if he drinks, bourbon. Bourbon? Yeah. I think he drinks bourbon. But that's a whole different topic.
Yeah, whole different topic, yeah.
So he's a drunk holder.
A drunk holder.
So yeah, Moxley Cassidy, great match. Great to see the work rate going into this. I think that the way this match ended was fantastic. Was kind of expecting a sort of a handshake deal towards the end of it when they were in the ring at the end, but then we got Yuta hip and shouldering Hook. So we're getting a bit more of the story with Best Friends and BCC.
They're more like the leaners, aren't they? The BCC. Twin Face and Hill.
Yeah, they're the tweeners.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. See, Stephen, your idea. A drunk Graves coming onto a post show.
Yeah, joke around and tell him, hey, how many fingers am I holding? Just joking.
Whether or not he'll be able to remember it then is a different story.
Yeah, it's a different story, yeah.
I like the fact that they kept the belt on Orange in this match.
Mm-hmm.
I like the fact that they didn't just switch the title back to Moxley. I think that it was a good idea to keep the belt on Orange. Orange has been great for that title, and I think he deserves another good run with it.
Yeah, he's been defending that title about every Dynamite.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting who's going to derail him. I don't think anybody's going to be in for a while. He's going to hold that international title for a while.
Yeah. We next go to the first of two women's matches on the show, which was Timeless Toni Storm versus Hikaru Shida for the AEW Women's World title.
I'm happy Toni Storm won.
You didn't even let me get into the match.
My apologies.
Spoilers for anyone who's watching.
Well, erase that.
I mean, we were going to get there, Stephen, but...
My apologies, sir.
It's okay. As Stephen said, yes, this has happened. This has happened. We have a brand new women's world champion in Timeless Toni Storm. What are your thoughts on this, Stephen?
I think it's great that she's a champion, and it's going to be interesting who's going to derail her. I think she's going to hold the title for a while. It's perfect for her to have that title.
I'm not going to lie. I was expecting her to win. I have no problems with her winning.
Mm-hmm.
But I was expecting a return here, considering they made mention of Jamie Hayter.
Yeah, I thought that she wasn't going to be back till next year.
Yeah. Don't know. Like, maybe she is ready. Who knows? But they made mention of her during the match. So,
DM, the guy in the background by Toni Storm is Luther. Remember Luther from teaming with Serpentico?
Yeah. And being Jericho's friend for 30 odd years or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's Luther. He now plays the butler or whatever you want to call it, associate of Tony Storm.
Or a little bit of both.
Yeah. Solid match. I like the fact that they used tools to their advantage in this match. As you said, watch out for the shoe. We definitely got the shoes involved in this match.
Oh, yeah.
Straight between the eyes. Like right between... Yes, the creepy guy back in 2020. Yes.
Yes.
He used to have a dot in his forehead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About Tony Storm, though, I think we're going to get her versus Jamie Hayter probably at Wembley.
I'd be down for that. I definitely would be down for that. It would be one thing I want to watch and want to see live and in person.
Or they might do it earlier than Wembley.
Let's hope not. Because if I get to see it live and in person, I'll be happy.
Yep.
I already am pre-planning my time there. So that's a whole another
several months away.
10 months, just over 10 months away at the moment. So
yeah,
let's not go into that right now.
Okay.
So obviously, yes, as I said, we have this now. Tony Storm being our new AEW Women's World Champion. I think it's fantastic for her. She's going to go on a great run here. I'm just intrigued to see who they put up against her and whether or not they have the talent to go against her.
Well, I'm wondering when is Thunder Rosa coming back? They've been
Maybe
keeping her out of the weed, and they're keeping her out.
Maybe she could be one of the first challengers.
Yep.
Who knows? I guess we'll find out the hard way.
Or this Mariah May.
Well, they are planning on using Mariah May as the way this story is with Tony is that Mariah May is supposed to be based on that 1950s movie All About Eve. So so it's kind of that stalkerish, obsessed with the champ or a person situation.
Kind of like the Trish Stratus, Mickey James type.
Yes, but I don't think as intense as that and the V. Next up, we had Eddie Kingston backstage talking about the upcoming Continental Classic, which is going to start taking place as of this Wednesday on Dynamite. So we've got Bryan Danielson announced. We've got, is it Jay Lethal? No. Who did we have announced for it?
I think Jay Lethal was one of them.
Yeah, so we've got Bryan Danielson, Jay Lethal. Eddie Kingston announces his entry to it and says that every time he's going to fight in the Continental Classic, he's going to put the New Japan Strong title, the ROH World title on the line. Every single match.
He's raising the stakes, is he?
Yep. And then whoever wins at World's End, whoever is the winner of the tournament at World's End, wins. If he hasn't made it through, will win all the belts. Or because apparently there's now going to be a Continental title.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's more of a cup.
I hope the winner gets a title shot. The AEW title shot.
I think they should do it like they do in the G1, where the winner can get a future title or gets the main event at Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah.
They need to do something like that for the Continental, title.
So how many wrestlers is going to be in that tournament? 10 or 12?
It's 12.
12.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to see besides Eddie Kingston, I know he's the New Japan Strong Talent. I'd like to see more New Japan wrestlers in the tournament.
I believe they've also announced that, or I believe later in the show they announced that Mark Briscoe's going to be in the tournament as well.
That'd be good for him.
So you've got 4 AEW guys. I believe it's going to be mainly AEW guys. I don't think we're going to have too many from Japan to start it out, which I completely understand because you kind of want to showcase your guys. You don't just want to.
Who do you want to be in the tournament?
I think you could use Trent Beretta.
Trent Beretta?
I think Trent Beretta could be in. No, leave Orange out of it.
Leave Orange out of it?
Yeah, Orange has already got programs with Moxley and stuff like that. Yeah. So leave him out of it. I think put Trent Beretta in it. If you have to have one of the Hardys, put Jeff Hardy in there. Yeah. That's if you have to have one of the Hardys.
Maybe Roosh.
I think Roosh or what's his name?
Robinson. Oh, Jay White's gonna be in there, is he?
No, Jay White's not in it, as far as I know.
Maybe Juice can get in there.
Yeah, I'd say put Juice in there. Preston Vance.
Yeah.
Preston Vance would work in there as well. If you want to build credibility for Dark Order, put
Silver.
Put Silver in it. Make Silver a bit more of a serious character rather than the comedy that he was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if they can put a big name, maybe like Miro or Andrade in there. Unless they're on religion.
You could easily put them in there. It wouldn't take much.
No.
It's just, I guess we see how it goes.
Or Wardlow.
Yeah, but Wardlow's more towards MJF at the moment, so
yeah.
The next section of the show, we had the Kings of the Black Throne versus FTR versus Big Bill and Ricky Starks and versus Las Facción Ingobernables for the AEW World Tag Team titles.
I cannot say that name. I'll just say LFI for short.
in a ladder match. Now, apparently, the reason that this turned into a ladder match was because of the fact that Big Bill and Ricky Starks were allowed to choose the stipulation.
Mm-hmm. Man, that was a great match.
Really insane, some insane spots in that match. The ladders being used, the craziness of Brody King bleeding the way he did.
Mm-hmm. Dratistico with that ladder.
Yep, Dralistico with the ladder. It was crazy. There was so much that went on in this match. I think it was good that Ricky and Big Bill retained. I was really surprised.
I was very surprised.
Like you, I was very, very surprised on this one. I honestly thought it would either go to House of Black or LFI.
I was thinking either a House of Black or FTR, but but I thought LFI, just got there, returned and all that.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be too soon for him with the tag titles.
Not necessarily. I mean, yes and no. I understand that. I understand where you're coming from with that. The next thing we got was the Chris Statlander versus Julia Hart versus Sky Blue. Now, in this was for the TBS title. Now, in this, we got a couple of things. We got a new theme for Sky Blue. Like she got a brand new entrance theme.
Mm-hmm.
And we got an interesting little segment where they shook hands. Like Julia Hart and Sky Blue shook hands. Now,
that's very rare.
I don't know if you noticed, but it looked like before Julia attacked Sky Blue, Sky was about to go in for a kiss.
No, I didn't notice it. I really didn't.
Yeah. If you look quickly, it looks like Sky is about to go in for a kiss, but then Julia attacks the living crap out of her.
Huh.
Yeah. Once again, unfortunately, this was a foregone conclusion. But in saying that, it was good because we got this. The brand new TBS champion, Julia Hart.
She well deserved too.
Yeah. I think she's done really well since she's come and left the varsity club or whatever they were called.
Varsity Blondes.
Yeah. I think she's done really well, and her fitting into the House of Black and just embracing it. Like
22 years old.
Yeah. I'm interested to see once again who they're going to put as their challenger. I have a feeling Sky Blue is still going to be in there, which is going to be fantastic because Julia Hart, Sky Blue, give me more of it. Put those two together.
I wouldn't count out Willow though. I wouldn't count her out.
Yeah, I would like to see Willow there as well. Maybe we get another triple threat down the line. Willow, Sky Blue, and Julia Hart.
That would be a good match.
Yeah. Yep. So we got a brand new TBS champion. So that's two titles that have changed hands tonight. Both on the women's side. Both on the women's side. So far, nothing for the men.
Nope. Now it's going to be interesting with how they're going to do with Starks and Bill with the tag titles. How they're going to do with the direction wise.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Who do we get now? Who do we get to, or who would you put in that? Well, I mean, later on in the show, we get a bit of a result that gives us an idea of something that's going to happen with Starks and Bill. But we'll get to that. Next in the ring is Tony Schiavone for the announcement of the signing of a contract. And when I say I lost my shit, when that music hit, I lost my fucking shit because Will Ospreay is all elite.
Yeah, I think he said he wasn't going to be back till February, right?
Will Ospreay signed his contract in the ring at Full Gear. But he said to the crowd, I am not coming in yet.
Yeah.
Now, this would have taken major negotiations with New Japan. Because he is a signed talent with New Japan at this point in time. Clearly, this means that once that contract is up with New Japan, he is going to come across to All Elite Wrestling. So this contract that he signed is active from February 2024.
Man, he would have been awesome if he would been in that Continental Classic tournament.
I think it's a smart move on Tony's part, letting him finish out his New Japan stint. I think it's a very, very smart business move because what you've done here is you've managed to negotiate with the company to allow him to sign a contract on live TV, which in any other situation is contract tampering.
Yeah.
In any other situation is contract tampering. But they have done amazing with this because they've negotiated with New Japan and said he can finish out his time there. He'll start in AEW in February, and I'm sure they probably have plans for him in New Japan that will go up until February.
Well, the Revolution, I believe, is in February, so I'm guessing that he'll be over there.
Well, he said he's coming for the Road to Revolution, so I'm guessing that's just before February. But we'll find out the hard way.
Ospreay versus Danielson. Yes, please.
Oh, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But give me Danielson versus McGuinness at All In.
Yeah.
Give me Danielson and McGuinness at All In. You know that McGuinness is going in the favorite in that match.
Yeah. Because they were trying to train. I think he was getting ready to wrestle at Wembley this past year, wasn't he? Till Danielson got injured, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. McGuinness has been running his mouth on social media at that time.
And on the show. And on the damn shows. Like when he's been on Collision, he's been running his mouth calling him all the names under the sun.
Yeah. He's been a great heel commentator for AEW.
So after the announcement of Will Ospreay being All Elite, we come to the Texas Death Match. What can we say about the Texas Death Match?
That was a death match. I think Swerve busted wide open worse than Brody.
I think Swerve bled more than John Moxley has ever bled.
Yeah. I was thinking that Stone Cold vibes.
It was definitely Stone Cold vibes. And like I said in Discord, mad respect to Swerve for taking all those bumps and taking that damage. Like, it's not an easy thing to do.
Yeah, Swerve and Heyman both,
Yeah. Like, Hangman destroyed himself and Swerve destroyed himself. We got lots of things in this match. I think the only things we didn't get were fire and thumbtacks.
Well, I was kind of surprised Barbed Wire wasn't around the ring ropes.
Yeah.
But we almost got everything to take. Yeah.
Well, we got barbed wire, we got a cinder block, we got glass, we got a chain, we got pretty much
everything.
Tables. We got pretty much everything except fire and thumbtacks.
And a cheese grater.
Yeah. You know what? I honestly thought this match is going to go down to a shootout. Like someone's going to pull a gun out and shoot them. Mm-hmm. And that's the way it's going to be won. Like that's what I thought it would get to. But thankfully it didn't.
No.
But
yeah.
Props to both men for the fact that they absolutely put on an insane Texas death match.
Man, both these wrestlers show up on Dynamite.
100%. If they do, even if one of them does. What I didn't like about this match was the interference from Brian Cage.
Yeah.
But I get it for story.
And Prince Nala went through a table.
Yep. I get it for the story side of things. But I didn't enjoy that Brian Cage showed up.
Yeah.
Swerve wins by choking out. Sorry, my light's playing up. That's why you'll see flashing every now and again. Swerve wins by choking out Hangman with a chain. I'm interested to see where they go from here. Do we get a third match? Do you think we're going to get a third match?
We might. I don't know how. Well, probably World's End, maybe. I'll be very surprised if it's a rematch. Huh?
Is it 1-1? Or is it 2-0? Like, what's the win rate? Is it 1-1 or is it 2-0?
Oh, it's I think Swerve won both of them. He won the first match at Wrestle Dream.
Did he?
Yep. He beat him at Wrestle Dream. I'm pretty sure he won at Wrestle Dream.
Okay.
Look to make sure. Quick.
You're right. He did.
Yeah, so it's 2-0. So I really don't think it'll be a third match.
Maybe Hangman tries to get a win back here in the third match. Who knows?
But that's his first loss ever in his career in a Texas Death Match, as far as Hangman was.
Yep.
Now, well, Swerve could be another name. Could be in the tournament at Continental Classic if he wants to.
And props to him if he does, and if he goes all the way through, I can see him definitely being a contender for a top guy in the company. Like, I didn't think it would happen, but yeah, definitely could do.
Either that or put him in the well, they got another tournament coming up too, by the way. Winter is coming next month.
What's that tournament?
December 13th.
What tournament's that though?
They have that every year. They do a tournament. The winner gets an AEW title shot. They do a tournament for Winter is Coming. And the day of the show at Dynamite, Winter is Coming. They always have it in Texas every year. Yep. The winner of that tournament gets an AEW title shot. So there's a lot of tournaments.
Really? A lot of it's the Winter is Coming.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for. Eliminator tournament, yeah.
Yeah. The winner of that tournament gets a title shot in Texas at Winter is Coming.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
there's another tournament for Tony Khan.
He loves his tournaments, doesn't he?
Yeah, he sure does he?
He really does. So next up we had the Young Bucks versus the Golden Jets.
It's a good match.
I missed the start of this match. I missed the intro, so I don't know actually what happened. If someone can explain to me on how the hell Jericho had his arm busted open, that'd be greatly appreciated.
Yeah, I missed that segment too.
Great.
Sorry.
No, that's fine.
I do notice that Don Callis was on commentary, so that's too.
Yeah.
So.
Stipulations were in this match that if the Golden Jets win, they take the Young Bucks World Tag Team title championship match away from them, and if the Young Bucks win, the Golden Jets disband.
Mm-hmm.
Going back to what Steve, or was it going back to what you were talking about before, was that where you said about who's going to be the tag team, who's going to go for the tag team titles now that Big Bill and Ricky Starks kept the belt. Obviously, as we know, Jericho and or the Golden Jets have won the match, so they've got the title. They've got the title shot now. We got the Young Bucks throwing a little bit of a tantrum at the end of the match, putting on the little kid act. So I'm interested to hear your opinion on what's going on with the Young Bucks.
I think they're going to turn heel. I think they're going to do a heel turn. And I think they might do a slowly built Heyman heel turn too. That might be a faction.
I'm thinking that the Bucks are definitely turning heel, but this also leads into my theory with the Devil situation. Because one of the things that was brought up was about at Brawl Out last year, Brawl Out was the Young Bucks acting like little children.
Yeah.
And now they're acting like little children again.
Yep.
Have we been played all along?
They may.
Has this been a work all along?
And not only that, on the AEW website, the EVPs are out. Their names as EVPs are out on the website too.
But has this been a work all along since Brawl Out? Because
it could be a work.
There's no video footage of either of these, of what happened at Brawl Out and All In.
Yeah.
There is no video footage. For a company that has its cameras rolling like there's no tomorrow, why is there no video footage? Why has no one leaked anything?
Your guess is as good as mine, buddy. I really don't know.
And if that's the case, is Tony Khan a fucking genius that has played us all?
He could. There's a shot that he could.
If this is the way it's going to go down, and it's revealed that CM Punk is the devil, holy crap, is all I'll say.
One word pretty much sums it up. Ratings.
This isn't just ratings. This isn't just ratings. This
is story. Worked everybody.
Is playing the industry. This is turning around and saying to the industry, we are the major players now. Y'all thought WCW was huge with the NWO. Y'all thought DX were huge. Y'all thought Vince McMahon being the higher power was huge for WWE.
Mm-hmm.
We've just changed the damn game because we played the industry. We made you think that Punk was a cancer to our locker room. We made you think he was terrible backstage and that nobody got along and that there was an environment backstage where everybody hated each other. We made you think that he was fired and he was gone from the company. Now, you got to remember, he had two positions in the company. He wasn't just an active wrestler. He was also in that office.
Mm-hmm.
He was hired in that office. He was getting 2 paychecks. If they have managed to pull this off, I applaud.
I will too.
And I think everybody will need to applaud them.
Yep. Got everybody. I got fooled everybody if it was CM Punk.
Yeah. So we get to.
But as far as about the Golden Jets, though, if they get attacked, they got a tag title shot with Starks and.
Yes, Bill. They've got a a golden opportunity as such. So
Don Callis would stop him big time.
I believe that that's what's going to happen. I believe that that's what's going to happen. Callis is going to cost them the titles. They're going to go for the titles, and Callis is going to cost them somehow.
But I wouldn't rule out the Bucks, so.
Yeah. So moving on from that, we get to the main event of the show, which we believe is going to be this, which is Adam Cole versus Jay White for the AEW World Championship, with Adam Cole filling in for MJF, who is injured.
Mm-hmm.
You called it. You called it in the Discord.
Yes, I did.
You bloody well called it in the Discord. And you know what? It's a trope that's been used forever in pro wrestling. But you bloody well called it, Stephen, and I should have stuck with it. Because while, yes, we did get that.
Because there ain't no way Adam Cole is going to be wrestling. There ain't no way.
Well, we did initially get that.
Yeah, he wasn't even in his ring gear or anything.
We also get MJF, or when the bell rings, we get MJF coming back to the arena in the ambulance, driving the ambulance, like you said. Like, did you write this? Did you write this segment?
No.
Are you sure?
I wish. I need some money, though.
There you go. Tony Khan, pay this man. Pay this man.
I need the
money. He gave you that segment for free. Give him some money. Or at least tickets.
First class to Wembley would be cool.
Yep. Instead, when MJF gets back, we get the advertised main event of MJF versus Jay White for the AEW World Championship.
Mm-hmm.
With the caveat that we have Adam Cole by the side of the ring. What can I say about this match? I'm going to let you say your piece, and then I'll come in with what I think.
Well, I enjoyed the match. I really did. Great match all around. When that ref bump came in the beginning, I thought these devils were going to show up and all everything. I thought we might see the devil, but we never did. But the Guns was there at the ringside beginning the show, and they got caught by the ref.
Yep.
And they injected them, and Jay White tried to get Adam Cole to do something, but he didn't do anything. And I love that segment with Cole and MJF. Cole's about ready to throw that towel. And MJF said, don't you dare.
Man. For this match, if anybody watches one match in AEW and says that they don't have, and it's this match, and says that they don't have stories,
mm-hmm.
or they don't know how to pull at the heartstrings, or have emotion and a story in a match, get fucked.
Mm-hmm.
This match had it all.
It's a great match. I enjoyed it.
ABJ said it in the chat. MJF's title reign has been 1,000 times better than what Roman Reigns' title reign has been.
Yeah.
Because, and the way I look at it in that regard is MJF was the disgruntled employee, but his transition over this year to being the biggest babyface in the company, to being even bigger than Adam Cole, to being even bigger than Kenny Omega.
And it's a big step for him because he's not used to being a babyface in his career.
No, he's not. He's not used to being a babyface. Like, to see his transition over this year from being the most hated guy in the world of wrestling to becoming like the ROH World Tag Team Champions, the keeping hold of the World Championship, facing adversity with his best friend, like getting a best friend and trying to keep a best friend, and like going to London and winning the ROH tag titles, and then going into the main event of All In and just completely destroying each other, only to come out strong together. And like, even listening to what he said at All In, like when they said it was going to be like, that's not the way it ends. Like, we'll fucking end this properly. Like, the dude has grown so much in a year and has developed his character as well as his in-ring work. When I first saw MJF back at All In, the original All In, and when the company first started, I didn't think much of him. I thought he was just going to be another guy that was Cody's friend and just another background guy.
Yeah.
The dude has put in so much effort, and I'm here for it. Like, I am so invested.
He's been wanting to be a wrestler since he was a kid. So
you're not wrong.
He worked very hard.
You're not wrong.
And hard work pays off.
And the fact that we got so much of a story here, we had, and this is another thing, you got to attribute it to Jay White as well, because Jay White can tell a story in that ring. And that's exactly what he's done. He's told that story in the ring. He's helped continue that story.
He's a great wrestler too. Great wrestler.
MJF has taken it upon himself to basically become the face of the company. Like, he is essentially the face of that company, and damn well, like, in years to come, he's going to be a huge name in the pro wrestling industry.
He's going to be huge.
Like, he's already a big name. He's going to be even bigger.
And Tony Khan better be forking over that money in 2024 to re-sign him.
Oh, I'm sure Tony Khan already has. Like, storyline wise, they'll probably play it out that he hasn't, but I'm sure Tony Khan has already renegotiated before all this and locked MJF into a multi-year deal.
And it'd be well deserved too.
But the story from this match of Adam Cole wanting to take the spot to fill in, to being on the outside, to giving, wanting to throw the towel in, as they say, for MJF, and then providing him with the Dynamite Diamond ring and everything in between, just magical. Was it perfect? No. But what is perfect? I would give this a 9.8 out of 10.
Yeah.
Because this was story, wrestling, and emotion.
Well, another thing to note too, he's been doing more than one storyline. He's doing several storylines.
Right.
So he's been...
The dude's at the top of his game.
Oh, yeah.
And he's been constantly performing. He's constantly been wrestling. He hasn't just been sitting there as a champion or not even being on the show. for 6 months out of the year, which we look at a certain other company for.
Mm-hmm.
But he's done it all. He's put the work in. He's being a workhorse. He's being what a champion should be.
Yeah.
Like,
he's defending more. I think he's defending more matches than Roman.
He's had more matches and more title defenses than Roman's had matches this year.
Yeah.
So that says it all.
Yes, it does.
But all in all, this match was, for me, was a 9.8 because of the emotion and the story and the work rate. Like, you put MJF 100% healthy and Jay White in a ring 100% healthy, they're going to tell a damn story.
Mm-hmm.
You give them the layers to it with the injured leg, the best friend at ringside, the whole watching your back because the devil's going to attack. There's so much to it. It was just amazing. Obviously, MJF, well, not obviously, because it was very close at one point, but MJF wins.
Yep. With the Dynamite Diamond Ring.
Yep. When Adam was going to throw the towel in, I was like, no, not this way. Do not do it this way.
I was like, heck no.
And I was so happy when that 3 count was made. Thus ends the wrestling side of the pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
We still have MJF as the champion. We get MJF and Adam Cole walking out together. I was expecting to see the devil here.
Same here. At least I thought we might get at least a sighting of some sort.
Or something relating to the devil.
Uh-huh.
But I also think we got a hint when MJF was talking to the camera at the top of the ramp. Because, as I said, if they have made if it is CM Punk as the devil, my reason is because when MJF was sitting down on the ramp, he said AEW is a wrestling company. I am the greatest wrestler right now because of wearing this belt. And I am the real AEW World's Champion.
Yep.
So I think AEW are leaning into things, and they've got a story that they managed to hide from the rest of the world. And they're doing it brilliantly if it comes to fruition.
Mm-hmm.
But all in all, solid pay-per-view.
Solid pay-per-view. I enjoyed it.
I was really happy. I do think it was one of the best ones of the year.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I'm keen to see where we go with Dynamite. I'm keen to see where we go with the next few weeks leading up to World's End.
I don't think they announced any matches for Dynamite, haven't they, for this Wednesday? Actually, I think this Wednesday's taped because of Thanksgiving. Thursday. Yeah. I'm pretty sure the Dynamite's going to be taped Wednesday because of Thanksgiving's going to be on Thursday.
It wouldn't be taped then. It would still be live. Dynamite would still be live.
Yeah.
I think I froze.
Yeah, you did. You froze.
My camera's frozen. Hold on. I'll be back in a second. Okay. Oh, God. Sorry, guys. My camera is playing up.
Raz has joined the House of Black, guys.
I'm still here, but my camera is just doing stupid things.
Okay.
So, let's go. Let's get my camera sorted. Hey, no, not that.
That's not light.
Why is my camera being a piece of crap? Of course it ends. It does this as we're coming to an end. Okay. I apologize, Stephen.
Hey,
And
it's
I
all right.
apologize to anyone
Can't
that's
help
watching.
computer technology.
What the fudge is going on? Okay. Looks like I'm out camera-wise. So I guess we're going to... my camera is not connected to a USB 2, you stupid thing. My camera's been working fine all day until you decide to shit yourself. Oh, come on. Here we go. Come on. There we go. Okay, cool. Hold on.
No problem.
There we go.
There we go.
I'm glitchy as all hell, but I'm back. I am glitchy, and I apologize. I don't know what the hell's going on. Anyway, all in all, great pay-per-view.
Indeed.
What did you think? What did you think, Stephen?
That was a great pay-per-view. I enjoyed it. I think the best match was the Texas Death Match. The Swerve and Heyman. I mean, they beat the holy snot out of each other.
Definitely. Very impressed by that, and I'm keen to see where they go from here. So,
yeah.
All in all, solid. AEW's got a lot of ground to cover this coming week, and we'll fight with. Oh, that's probably why I'm glitching. There we go. There we go. I'm not so glitchy anymore. They've got a lot of ground to cover. We'll get it. They'll do that over the next few weeks. I'm keen to see what the pay-per-view is. Let's bring this in to an end tonight. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much for joining me once again, Stephen, as always.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
It's really appreciated. Thank you, everyone who came into the chat and everyone who's still watching. I really appreciate it. You guys have been, it's always good to have you here. So we're going to end it here.
Stop being here, buddy. Thank you for having me.
Always, Stephen, always. I will be back on Wednesday night for, actually, that's what we were going to check.
I think it's taped because of Thanksgiving Thursday, I believe now.
It's on Wednesday.
Because they haven't announced any matches, though, for Wednesday. They usually do that during a pay-per-view. They announce matches for this Wednesday.
What date will it be? It'll be the 22nd. It'll be the 22nd. No, it's going to be live.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be live. I think they hadn't announced anything because of the fact that they had the pay-per-view.
Are they still in California Wednesday?
Good question. Which took place at maybe Indianapolis.
Oh, wow.
Maybe. Hold on. Let me go. This will tell me. So Wednesday, Wintrust Arena in Chicago.
Oh, they're going to be in Chicago?
Yeah. So I was wrong. They're going to be at the Wintrust Arena in Chicago.
So I'm assuming they're going out and start throwing matches for that Continental Classic too. So I'm assuming.
Yeah, they're starting the matches from there. Oh, there you go. The tradition continues on Wednesday, November 22nd. AEW will be live at the Wintrust Arena on Thanksgiving Eve for a special night of All Elite Wrestling action.
AEW just can't get enough Chicago this year.
Maybe,
It's like their
maybe.
fifth show.
I mean, it's what, 3 days before a certain other company runs their pay-per-view in Chicago.
Yeah.
And who lives in Chicago?
Yeah. CM Punk.
Yeah. The 25th of November, they're doing Rampage and Collision in Pittsburgh. And on the 29th of November, they are in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
I expect Brett Baker to probably be in Pittsburgh at her hometown.
You'd think so.
Because she hasn't
They
been
have
on there
got
very
her
much in a
advertised.
couple weeks.
They have got her advertised on the. Yeah, they have got her advertised. So on the promo.
Well, I can really see her either go after Tony or Julia, maybe. Over in Pittsburgh. Is it Dynamite or Collision for Pittsburgh?
It's Collision and Rampage.
They might do. Well, then the Collision is going to be taped, then, isn't it?
Or Rampage is going to be taped. Oh.
Because Rampage is on a Friday here, so.
Yeah, Rampage is usually on a Friday, and Saturday, November 25th, Collision makes its debut live at the Peterson Event Center.
Huh.
But they're taping a Rampage, or they're doing Rampage that night as well.
It doesn't make sense, doesn't it? They usually do a Collision and Ring of Honor tape together.
Yeah.
The Collision Ring of Honor.
But how would that work, considering the because Collision's usually, or Rampage is usually the Friday, and that's going to get very, very interesting, because that means they're going to go up against, they're going to run a 3-hour show against Survivor Series, because you're going to have Survivor. If by the looks of this, they're going to put Collision and Rampage together, and they're going to have it at they're going to have it on the Saturday instead of the Friday. So
no, it's not going to be good for AEW if they're going to the Survivor Series on a Saturday, right?
100%.
Good idea.
They're screwed. Unless on Wednesday, when they're in the Wintrust Arena in Chicago, they get a roof blown off because a certain straight edge superstar shows up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, then we'll see.
I really don't think Punk's going to WWE personally, but I'll be very surprised if he does.
We'll find out the hard way, my friend. We'll find out the hard way. But
yep.
On that note, we're going to end it here. Everyone that's watching, thank you so much for sticking around. I know it's a late one for you. I've been Raz. That's been Stephen. His nickname changes every single time that he's here. So
I like the Almighty Steve better. Sorry, Bobby Lashley.
wait till you see what it is on Wednesday. It's probably going to be something brand new. So,
yep.
But where are we? Let's go here. Let's end this on a good note. We'll get some music playing and we'll say goodbye to everyone. Okay, go here. Take care, my friends. Once again, Stephen, thank you for joining me.
And it's been
a pleasure.
Thank you.